Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, sound check. Welcome inside the Tripp Athletic Center on the campus of UMass Dartmouth. We're getting set for an early season heavyweight bout as the undefeated Corsairs welcome in the number 11 ranked Tufts Jumbos. Hi again, everyone. Brendan Howe on hand. Thanks for spending part of your evening with us here on Little East TV. For the Corsairs, it's been a great display of basketball early on this year, but tonight they'll face their toughest test yet as Tufts comes in amped up for their first contest in just under 2 full years. Their season was cut off 18 months ago last March, of course, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, right in the middle of their NCAA tournament run, and they haven't suited up since. That will change tonight as we are moments away from tip-off at center court between Luke Rogers, the reigning NESCAC Player of the Year, and Jackson Zancannon. Here we go. Jumbos will control the first possession. Made a Sweet 16 NCAA tournament run in 2019-20 before the pandemic halted their season. They did not play at all in 2020, and here they are for the first time in just over 2 years. And it's the reigning NESCAC Player of the Year to start off the scoring, Luke Rogers, a 6'8" senior out of Boxborough, Massachusetts. And that's a topic of discussion for Tufts as Zancannon answers right back and puts Dartmouth up by 1, 3-2 in the early going. Just how experienced this Tufts team is coming into action tonight. As the ball's in the hands of Rogers yet again, he'll dribble handoff with Cohen. Cohen shovels to the corner. Good ball movement by the Jumbos here on their second possession. Cohen up top, 15 to shoot. On the drive in the lane for the deuce. 10 upperclassmen for this Jumbos roster. Under first-year head coach Brandon Linton taking over at the helm. Now this powerhouse squad as Zancannon tries to back down Rogers and high up the glass, kisses it home. Now Zancannon's got all 5 for the Corsairs here. And the offense clearly working through Rogers for Tufts in the early going. Ball's been in his hands on all 3 possessions to open the game, and rightfully so. Tried to skip pass to him. It goes right into the hands of Cohen, who works his way into the lane once again. Right at Zancannon. It's blocked out of bounds. And a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Dartmouth. Talking to some folks in the Corsair Athletic Department pregame, they said that this would certainly be an upset if the Corsairs are able to pull this one off. They started their season 4-0. They won their first 3 contests by 30-plus points and then had to battle their way back for their 4th win of the season. That was their last time out against MIT. It was a 2-point overtime victory in a game in which they trailed by 16. Here's Ashworth underneath. Tried to flip it off the glass, a wild shot. The rebound controlled by Tufts. And here come the Jumbos the other way. Pull up 3 for Carson. Off the mark. Rebound comes to Azor. 18 minutes to go opening half. 5-4 our score. Corsairs leading it by just a point. Zancannon underneath. Drops it off for Ashworth, who gets the layup to go. So a fast pace here for Dartmouth to begin things this evening. 7-4 our score. Corner. Underneath, now corner for Cohen, and he stepped out of bounds on the sideline. It'll be a first turnover for Tufts tonight. It's been a very, very impressive stretch of games to open the season for Brian Baptiste and his squad. Here's Azor underneath. Oh, what a fine move in the paint. Couple of reigning Conference Player of the Year in this game. Already talked about Luke Rogers, but Marcuz Azor is going to be a huge factor for Dartmouth this evening if they're able to pull off the upset. Rogers on his way to the basket, and he'll draw the foul to go against Zancannon, his first. And if you're just tuning in here on Little East TV, Brendan Howe with you, taking you through all the action. Dartmouth up by 5 early on, 9-4, 17-13 to play first half. Tufts inbounds underneath their own basket with Rogers. Now it's into the hands of Cohen, who's tied up in the corner. And slipped. The pass to Rogers slipped away from him out of bounds. So a couple of turnovers for the Jumbos in the early going. Brandon Linton squad the Jumbos. First game in just under 2 calendar years. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic playing a large role in that. Leahy to Ashworth up top, guarded tightly by Thorner. Now gives it back to Leahy. Hop steps into the paint and gets the friendly bounce. Sean Leahy, tallest member of the starting lineup, going up against Luke Rogers, who's 6'8". tallest member on the court right now. Here's Thorner for a corner three. That misses. Rogers climbs the ladder for the board and picks up the foul underneath. Looks like it may go against Zancan here. No, it's going to be charged to Azor. Second team foul for Dartmouth. So Mike Urquhart in the game for the first time. First member off the bench as Zancan will get a rest. Inbound to Aronson. Aronson back out to Brennan Morris. First time he's touched the ball this evening. And now it's Rogers on the drive, kicks it out. Wide open three-pointer is good. Carson Cohen gets it to drop. He's got 5. 16:20 remaining first half. 11-7. Tufts just cut down the Dartmouth lead to 4. Ashworth thought about the three, gives it back to Azor, guarded by Thorner on the drive. Runner in the lane, he gets it to go. Marcuz Azor has got himself a quick couple of buckets. He's up to 4. And the lead back out to 6. Tufts trying to move quickly. Aronson all the way for 2. As he gets his first bucket of the evening. Fans still filing in here as we speak to the Tripp Athletic Center in what should be a very, very good contest. Azor thought he may have picked up an offensive foul, and it's picked off. Leahy lob. Azor couldn't finish with a left hand. Passes a little bit behind the reigning Little East Player of the Year. It would have been one heck of a finish had he been able to get it to go. Rogers, pass intercepted, and there goes Seablom the other way. Off to the races, and gets 2. Nearly put it too strong off the back of the rim, but Seablom gets it to drop. So all 5 members of the starting lineup for Dartmouth have scored tonight. Thorner, shake and bake, pull-up jumper's good. Fine move by Dillon. Thorner at the top of the key. Dartmouth's lead once again trimmed down to 4. Azor into the paint, back out, Seablom. Can't hit the 3. Azor corrals the long miss, right back into the paint. Flip shot, a wild one, no good, and Thorner comes out of the pile with it. Here comes Tufts, ahead of steam. Aronson drives baseline, shovels it to the corner, and an offensive foul. It'll go against Aronson. Aronson's first personal. And Seablom will check out for Dartmouth. In comes John Martins for the first time. Averaging just over 4 points off the bench for Brian Baptiste. Azor slowly walks the ball over the timeline. Pull-up fadeaway at the free throw line is off, and the rebound collected by the Jumbos. 15-11 our score here in the early going. It's Jay Deturley on the drive. Nice drop-off pass. It's blocked. Urquhart underneath swats Rogers. Here's Ashworth in transition. All the way to the bucket and gets the roll. Lead back up to 6 for the Corsairs. And the crowd loving what they're seeing early on. And a blocking foul is going to be charged to Azor. It'll be his second. He was tightly guarding Carson Cohen in transition for Tufts. Jaron Santos in for the Corsairs. Azor will sub out as he's in foul trouble early on. Not even 6 minutes into the game and already a couple of personals for the Corsair point guard. Inbound comes to Cohen. Guarded by the newly entered Santos. Deturley on the drive, shovels it to the corner. 3 ball is good. Brennan Morris connects from downtown. (17-14). Tufts not going away quietly. Santos shakes his defender, pulls up for 2. Puts Dartmouth back up by 5. Deturley, fresh off the bench, had the ball in his hands a lot. And now it's Cohen. Was looking for Rogers. Urquhart doing a nice job on him defensively. Knocks it away in the post, and another turnover. Here comes Santos the other way. Even 2-on-2 break. Runner in the lane, off the mark, and Deturley comes out of the pile with it. Deturley tied up in the backcourt. Pass was nearly thrown away. And Tufts will regroup over half court. Looking for Rogers. They find him top of the key. It's been a struggle for Tufts to move the ball offensively. Here's Will Brady moving the ball around. 3-pointer Cohen. Back iron. Rebound Ashworth. Under 13 minutes to play first half. 19-14 Dartmouth by 5. Martins gives it up for Ashworth on the far side wing. Now into Santos near half court. Isaac Percy will check in on the next dead ball for the Corsairs. Ashworth guarded by DeTurley. 10 to shoot. Ashworth thought about a three, steps back, tied up, gives it up. Santos fires away from way downtown, misses everything, and it's out of bounds, and it'll go back to Tufts. And a plethora of substitutions now for both sides. 3 new entries apiece, as back in comes Seablom as well as Zancan, as well as Isaac Percy for the Corsairs. The playmaking senior Justin Kuyojin will bring the ball up for Tufts. Label is quite the distributor for the Jumbos. On the drive and the major hammer. Truman Gettings throws it down for an emphatic slam, and the Tufts bench is loving it, and it brings them back to it in 3. Santos, Zancan, tees one up, can't hit it. Rebound off the side of the rim, tracked down by Percy, and he couldn't save it as the far side official ruled he stepped out of bounds. So Tufts will get it back with 12 minutes and change to go in the first half. 19-16, Dartmouth has led the entire way thus far. Kuyomjin gives it up. Gettings had that major slam off the bench. Kuyomjin not guarded, steps up for 3, in and out. DeTurley underneath was tied up with Percy, who eventually collects the board. Here come the Corsairs the other way. Santos brings the ball over half court. 11 and a half minutes to go first half. Over to Percy, couldn't handle the pass. He would have been had a wide open look. Seablom up top. Percy goes right at DeTurley, blocked in the paint by Gettings. And here comes Tufts with a head of steam. Nearly tipped away by Zancan. Here's Kuyomjin. Aronson against Seablom, working his way into the paint and gets an easy layup. Now Aronson getting the better of Seablom on that offensive possession, and now Tufts trails it by just 1. 19-18, under 11 minutes to go opening half. Martins gives it up for Zancan. A tightly contested game, high energy throughout, and a whistle and an offensive foul. We'll go against Zancan. The foul came away from the ball. Looks like it could have been an illegal screen set up to free Seablom. So a turnover for the Corsairs here. Ball back in the hands of Tufts. Chance to take the lead here on this possession. Gettings gives it up to DeTurley in the near side wing. Lobbed it for him in the paint and tried to fling it to the corner for Kuyomjin, but good defense by Seablom to knock it away. Now stay with the Jumbos here. Jumbos have gotten some high percentage looks. 8 of 13 shooting, 61% thus far to open the game. Just about halfway through the first half with coming up on 10 minutes to play. Brady gives it up for Gettings. Guarded by Zancan, fake the dribble handoff. And now into the corner. Aronson tees one up. Tough shot over Seablom, missed, and it'll be Seablom to get the board. Santos flings it for Percy on the baseline. Step back jumper, and in and out. Rebound Tufts. Dartmouth still up by 1. Aronson looking to change that on his way to the paint. Counted and 1. Tyler Aronson, a chance for a 3-point play. The hoop and the harm. And the foul will go against John Martins. Aronson converts on the 3-point play. Brian Baptiste wants a timeout. Tufts has come back to take a 2-point lead off the 3-point play. Under 10 minutes to go first half, 9:56. We've got a good one here from the Tripp Athletics Center on Little East TV. Back out of the Corsair timeout here on Little East TV. It's the number 11 ranked Tufts Jumbos with a 2-point edge, 21-19. 9:56 to go first half. It'll be Dartmouth in possession of the ball. Largest lead of the night for Dartmouth has been 7. Santos dribble handoff with Seablom, wheels his way into the paint, up and over a couple of defenders as Seablom gets it to drop. And a whistle after the basket as the ball slipped out by half court. So inbound for the Jumbos here, tie game at 21, 9.5 minutes to play in the opening half. Here's Kuyumjin, drops it off, Gettings on the give and go, counted and a foul. A chance for consecutive 3-point plays for Tufts. And the offense starting to get rolling for this Jumbo squad. John Martins will check out and Jake Ashworth back into the game. Foul went against Isaac Percy, I believe. But regardless, the 6th team foul already here against the Corsairs. Free throw is up and good for Gettings. So he's got himself a quick 3 points, and it puts Tufts up by that number, 24-21. Santos working against Kuyumjin. Up top, thought about a 3, tried to get the pass to Zankant, but tight defense down low by Tufts. 13 to shoot here for the Corsairs. Ashworth to the corner for Percy. Tufts really locking up the Corsairs here on this possession. Santos leans into one, can't get the bounce, and Gettings rips down the rebound. To Turley, way up ahead. Thorner, Euro steps into the lane for 2. Oh, a great move. Thorner's got 4, the Irvine, California junior, paying dividends as part of the starting lineup tonight for the Jumbos. They lead it by 5, 26-21. 8.5 minutes to play, first half. Ashworth working with Percy on the far side wing. Santos with 9 to shoot. Seablom underneath, flip shot is good off the glass. Seablom's had that runner working. It's the 3rd time he's gone to it, 3rd time he's scored off of it. And 26-23, Gettings underneath, shovels to the corner, good ball movement here. Kuyumjin for 3, back rim. Seablom tried to sky the ladder for the rebound, but it's pulled down by Gettings, trying to get it to Deturley, and recovers it cross court. Working against Zankant now. Ashworth switches onto him, tough jumper over him, and the rebound for Santos. Still Tufts by 3 here, 26-23, under 8 minutes to go, but Zankant ties us up. A 3-pointer cashed in by the big man. Zankant's got his 2nd 3-pointer. Kuyumjin to Deturley, Gettings back to Kuyumjin, takes it baseline, right by Ashworth, knocked away and stolen by Seablom. Here come the Corsairs. Seablom will regroup, cross court for Ashworth, up fakes the 3, and then good defense by Thorner to recover. Onto the block now for Percy. Back out, Ashworth, he'll fire away. Can't hit it, but he draws the foul. So Ashworth will get a chance for 3 at the stripe. Kuyumjin picks up the foul. And Ashworth, a chance for points 5, 6, and 7 here at the line. Hits the first, and that gives Dartmouth the lead back, 27-26. Ashworth, the 49th member of the 1,000-point club here at UMass Dartmouth in program history. Hits the 2nd free throw to put Dartmouth back up by 2, and some more subs for Tufts as well as Dartmouth. Not too far behind Ashworth is Marcuz Azor, who still sits on the bench with those 2 fouls. Coming into tonight, 97 points shy of 1,000, and make it 93 shy now after he has totaled himself 4 points this evening. Chance to put Dartmouth up by 3 for Ashworth, which he does successfully. 7 points now for the Fairhaven graduate as he tried to tip the pass out of bounds. Did so, but not off of Carson Cohen like he was intending to, so the ball will stay with the Jumbos here as they trail by 3. Thorner inbounds to Aronson, tied up in the backcourt. Some good defense there by Dartmouth, but Tufts breaks the press successfully. Thorner all the way down the lane, missed the layup, and the rebound taken by Urquhart. Ashworth the other way in transition. Shovels it to Martins, who thought about the three, gives it cross court. Good anticipation from Thorner to get back into the play, and it's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Corsairs as Azor gets set to check back in for Martins. These two teams shooting at a very high clip, both at 50% or higher. Corsairs right at 50%. And for Tufts, it's 56% as Seablom pulls up at the free throw line and can't hit the jumper after eluding the defender. Under 7 minutes to go first half. Here's Tufts, other way in a hurry. Percy dives on the floor after a loose ball, and he'll pick up the foul. And we have an injured Jumbo down by the Dartmouth bench. It was Thorner. It looks like he's all right as he's up and walking under his own power, a good sign. Percy will pick up another foul. Percy will sub out. And here is Thorner at the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Hits the first. Chance to slice the deficit for the Jumbos back down to 1. It's been a wildly entertaining first half. Had a couple of lead changes already. It was Dartmouth who led for the first bundle of minutes, and then Tufts came storming back. A UMass timeout prompted a couple of subs, and then another run for the Corsairs. And another substitution here for Tufts. So Brandon Linton not afraid to dig deep into his bench as Casey McLaren checks in for the first time this evening. 1 point game. Coming up on 6.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Azor working far side with Seablom. Tried to get it back to him. Working without the ball. Azor now on the near side wing. Ashworth up top. 7 to shoot for the Corsairs. Ashworth pulls up, deep three. Good! Buried it over the outstretched hands of Aronson. And the graduate is going off. He's got himself 10. 32-28. Corsairs by 4. Morris gives it up. Rogers backing his way into the paint. Lefty hook is good. Tough move for the big man down low. Under 6 to play first half. 32-30. Corsairs by a deuce. Leahy trying to get it to Azor cross court. Good anticipation from Cohen. Cohen spins. Now wheels his way back to the near side corner. Screens set by Rogers. They get it to him. Backing his way down onto the block against Leahy. Stripped from behind. Regains it. Underneath. Oh, strong move as he gets the layup. And Rogers back-to-back baskets. And he's got 6. We're knotted up at 32. 5:20 to go first half. Azor working isolation. Stutter steps his way to the paint. Marcuz Azor blows right by his defender and puts Dartmouth back up. 34-32. 5 minutes to play first half. Rogers gets the pass. Good defense by Azor to knock it away. Double teamed. To the corner now for McLaren on the drive. Underneath. Layup is off. Rogers gets the miss. Aronson on the drive. Layup. And slips it over the front side of the iron. Aronson's got 9, the leading scorer for Tufts thus far in the ballgame. 34 apiece with 4.5 to play. Azor pull up. It's good. Back and forth we go. The lead changes. And Dartmouth once again on top by a deuce. Aronson around the Rogers screen to the corner now for Cohen. Tightly guarded by Ashworth. Ticking down toward 4 minutes to play. Aronson down low. Blocked, but a foul. And it'll go against Urquhart. His first personal, and that'll be the team's 8th. Tyler Aronson, the 6'2 junior out of Holliston, Mass. Will shoot. Misses the first. Truman Gettings will check back in for the Jumbos with 4:09 to go in this first half. It's been a quick-moving first half, a lot of scoring. And you can make a case that Tufts has hung around in this game due to all the fouls they've been able to rack up. It's now 18 fouls. As Aronson goes 1 of 2 at the strike. Azor working against Cohen. Gives the ball up to Ashworth up top. Spinning his way back into the paint. Kicks it out. Seablom. Good defense here by Tufts on this possession. 13 to shoot for the Corsairs. Ashworth loses his defender. Can't hit the 3, but Arcart's right there on the follow. Crowd loving what they're seeing here as Tufts can't hit the 3. Rebound collected by Azor. 3:25 to go in the half. Leahy up top for Zancan. Thought about a 3. Going up right at Gettings. Azor around the screen. His jumper. Can't get the roll. Here comes the Jumbos. Aronson loses the handle. Stolen by Azor. Here's a 3-on-1 break. Seablom for 2. Timeout Tufts. Corsairs up by 5. 3:03 to go in the first half. We'll be right back on Little East TV. The UMass Dartmouth Corsairs in their 39th season, led by Brian Baptiste, has a 5-point edge here as we wind down the first half. The number 11 ranked Tufts Jumbos coming into the Tripp Athletic Center tonight, their first game in over 2 years. A known powerhouse in D3 basketball, and the Corsairs giving them all they can handle and then some in this first half. As they lead it by 5, 40-35. It'll be Jumbo basketball out of the timeout. An abundance of different scorers for the Corsairs, really working the ball around nicely offensively as it's Gettings. Finds Aronson. Thorner up top to Turley for 3. Can't cash in, and the rebound goes to Ashworth. You can feel the energy rise with every made basket. And there's another from Azor. Counted on a foul. Marcuz Azor's got his 10th point and a chance for 11 to put the Corsairs up 8. Back in comes Martins for Azor, just converted the 3-point play. Azor checks out with 11 points, 2 fouls. And the Corsairs up by 8 here. What a strong performance in this first half, and they'll need it. And another near turnover. And it'll be ruled a kickball violation, so possession will stay with Tufts here. Back in comes Luke Rogers, the reigning NESCAC Player of the Year. Was a little bit hobbled as he checked out. It's been a while since we've seen him on the court. It was being tended to by Tufts trainer over on the table behind the Tufts bench. Looks like he was flexing out his right leg. Don't want to speculate too much, but that could be problematic going forward. He can't handle the pass that time, and it's out of bounds. And you can clearly see he's hobbled a little bit as he runs back on defense. Certainly something to keep your eyes on as this game moves forward is the well-being of Luke Rogers, the 6'8 senior out of Boxborough, Mass. Corsairs by 8 in the ball. Azor checks back in after about a 10-second rest. 2:17 to go first half. Leahy up top, guarded by Thorner, trying to get the ball back into the hands of Azor, and he does. 14 to shoot. Azor, baseline, fall away. In and out, rebound Leahy, up strong for 2. Leahy's got 6, and the lead grows to 10. Cohen, Thorner, back to Cohen. Little two-man game up top here. Poked away by Azor, nearly a steal, and Tufts will keep possession. Rogers, baseline, cross-court pass for Aronson. Pull-up jumper at the elbow and gets it to go. Nice job by the Jumbos sticking with that possession, and the lead cut down to 8. Minute and a half to play first half. Azor to Leahy. Back to Azor, up fake to 3, guarded by Thorner. Now gives it to Ashworth, who comes around the Zancan screen up top. 10 to shoot. Ashworth, Zancan, three-pointer. Short with it, rebound tipped by Seablon, but right into the hands of Brennan Morris for Tufts. Aronson across half court, picked up by Azor. Aronson tried to get it to Rogers instead, gives it into the hands of Cohen. Thorner, lob pass is intercepted by the Corsairs. 2-on-1 break, Azor and Seablon. It'll be Seablon for the layup. An incredible effort by the Corsairs in this first half. High energy. And they're giving the number 11 ranked team in the country all they can handle. Rogers, dribble handoff here with Cohen. Cohen puts it on the floor. Scoop layup. Tough move inside. And a good finish for Carson Cohen, who's got 7. 27 seconds to play here in this first half. Corsairs will have to shoot, but a 1.5 different shot game clock. Corsairs by 8. Winding down this first half. Azor, back out, Zancan up top, three-pointer, buries it. Zancan 3 for 3 from downtown, and that'll close the first half. What an effort by these Corsairs as they lead Tufts by 11 to the locker room. 50-39. Stick with us for the second half of action in just a few minutes on Little East TV. Back on Little East TV, just moments away from the start of the second half inside the Tripp Athletic Center. It's an 11-point lead for the hometown Corsairs. They lead it 50-39 as we get set for action in half number 2. Final 20 minutes of this ball game should be a good one. And the number 11 Tufts Jumbos have some work to do on the road. Their first game in over a year and a half, almost 2 years since they have suited up. And the Corsairs are giving them all they can handle and then some. As UMass had 4 of their 5 starters in the first half in double figures. Azor with 11, Jackson Zancan also with that same number, and Seablom and Ashworth each contributing 10. But the game's leading scorer is on the side of Tufts. It's Tyler Aronson who has a dozen. So all 5 starters out there on the court to start the second half for both sides. It'll be Tufts ball side out on the far side as we begin things in half number 2. Final 20 minutes. Corsairs hanging on to an 11-point lead. A three-pointer right off the bat is off the mark, and a foul is going to go against Leahy. There's Brennan Morris, who had 3 points in the first half. Tried to chalk up his second 3 there, but he'll draw the foul against Sean Leahy. Second personal against Leahy, who picked up 1 in the first half. And it's the 6'6" Hempstead, New Hampshire senior at the charity stripe for 3. Corsairs have built their lead tonight off great ball movement and some tight defense. A team that averages 24 assists through their first 4 contests are right on pace for that tonight as well. They finished the first half with 12. As Morris is 2 for 2 at the line, make it 3 for 3. So Brennan Morris has got 6. Cuts the lead down to 8 right off the bat in the second half. Azor on the charge, he gets 2. Marcuz Azor puts it right back to double digits at 10. Morris on the drive, kicks it back out for Cohen. Rogers. Morris double teamed by Ashworth. Skip pass down onto the block for Rogers. Underneath Thorner, battling Leahy, blocked from behind, but Rogers scoops it up and misses the layup. Azor on the charge, 1-on-3, flips it up, and gets the roll, but no basket. Oh, the UMass bench wanted it to count. Brian Baptiste was pleading and still having a conversation with the officials. The crowd exploded, and what a play that would have been from Marcuz Azor to finish that one off. As the hobbled Luke Rogers checks back out for Tufts. Ashworth to inbound, does so to Leahy. Ashworth around the screen, back up top. Fresh shot clock here for the Corsairs. Seablom on the wing, charges into the paint, runner in the lane is off, and the rebound taken in by the Jumbos. Tufts with a head of speed the other way, spinning into the lane was Cohen, an offensive foul. Cohen picks up his first foul of the game. Under 19 minutes to play, Corsairs by 10. Azor with it. Gives it up for Ashworth on the near side wing. Tightly guarded by Aronson. Pull up, good! Paige Ashworth with some fine work on the offensive end, a follow-away jumper. Puts the Corsairs back up by a dozen. Aronson lost the ball, and a delayed foul call is going to go against Zancan, I believe. Crowd doesn't like it. And the foul will go against Seablom on the way by. His first, team's second of the half. So that'll put Aronson back at the line. Was there a couple of times in the first half and went 2 for 4 and misses that one. Now we have far side official coming on to get something swept off of the court. Not sure exactly what. Sorensen trying to make it a 1-for-2 trip. And he can't, misses both. Oh, uncharacteristic missed free throws. Here's Leahy ahead of the field, banks it home. Corsairs by 14. 18 and a half to play. Gettings off his leg out of bounds. Another turnover for Tufts. A 12th turnover of the game for the Jumbos. They had 11 in the first half. And now with a dozen on the night. Corsairs trying to take advantage. Leahy working into the paint, picks up his dribble, gives it back out to Azor with 15 to shoot. Azor's had a sterling night offensively and hits that jumper. Azor's feeling it. He's got 4 in the second half. A 16-point lead now for Dartmouth. Thorner on the drive, right at Seablon. Missed the layup, no foul call. Here comes Dartmouth with numbers the other way. 3-on-2 break. Azor hop step, layup is good. Timeout Tufts. Azor with back-to-back buckets and the lead grows to 18. 17:37 to go. It's all Dartmouth here at home on Little East TV. (60-42) our score between UMass Dartmouth and Tufts. And coming into this game, the Jumbos, their first game in over 2 years, were ranked 11th in Division III basketball in the country. And you would think, based off that it would be Tufts who's on the higher end of the scoreboard. That is not the case. It has been all Corsairs to begin this second half. They came into it leading by 11. They come out of this last timeout up by 18. Here's a wide open three for Brennan Morris. Back rims it, rebound to Zancan. And the Corsairs on the charge the other way. Zancan up top, up fakes a three, puts it on the deck, to the basket, count it! Jackson Zancan finishing off another scoring possession, and the lead swells to 20. Koyumjan guarded by Azor. And Tufts doesn't know what hit him. Three-pointer for Morris, can't hit it. Azor taking it baseline to the corner for Ashworth. Pass was tipped and the Corsairs keep possession alive. 16:45 remaining in the game. Seablom stop and go, pull up off the mark, and the rebound is hauled in by Thorner. Been a long while since Tufts has had a bucket in this second half. It's been 3 free throws, that's been all. Thorner, long three-pointer, buries it. Seablom thought about trying to answer, and instead will give it onto the near side wing for Azor up top. Around the Zancan screen, 20 to shoot here for the Corsairs. Azor on the charge to the rim, blocking foul and one. Justin Koyumjan will pick up the foul, his second personal, and Azor will go back to the line. Jay DeTurley in for Brennan Morris for Tufts. A 19-point lead. And a chance for Azor to move it out even further to 20. And he does. Nothing but net on the free throw. And Urquhart will check back in for the Corsairs. Out comes Jackson Zancan. You You knew it was going to take one heck of a performance from the Corsairs stars in tonight's game against Tufts. It's been nothing short of spectacular for Marcuz Azor, up to 20 points. Had 11 in the first half, 9 so far in the second half, as that's a big three dropped in by Aronson. Ashworth up top for the Corsairs. 18 to shoot, under 16 minutes to play. Azor spinning his way into the lane, tried to skip one down low to Leahy, who was cutting back door. And it's intercepted by Gettings and Tufts. Jay DeTurley with the ball in the lane, counted and one. Mike Urquhart will pick up the foul. Jay DeTurley will be placed at the charity stripe for an opportunity to finish off a three-point play. And it would be a big one if he can convert, and he can't. Leahy pulls down the missed free throw. Azor the other way, right past DeTurley, gives it back out to Seablom. Had a wide-open jumper, but instead will coast to the basket. Seablom's got his first bucket of the second half. And the lead out to 17. Thorner fires away for three. That's a big one. Dylan Thorner's got his second triple. And Tufts slowly trying to chip away. Down to 14. Ashworth on the dribble, was double teamed, gets it back out to Azor by half court. Under 15 minutes to play in the game. Azor tied up, and the shot will not count. It'll be a foul on the floor going against Tufts. Tyler Aronson will pick it up, his second personal. So Azor to inbound, right side of his own basket baseline. Gets it into Ashworth. Spins by Thorner, into the paint, layup left-handed, no good. Rebound reeled in by Gettings. Aronson crosses the Corsair logo, goes right at the basket as Azor deflected it right off of Seablom out of bounds. Good defense by the Corsairs on that possession. But it'll stay with the Jumbos here as Kuyumjan to inbound underneath. 14 and a half minutes remaining. An incredible effort it's been tonight from the Corsairs here at home as Urquhart knocks it away, and that travels out of bounds. More good defense for UMass Dartmouth here on a couple of Tufts offensive possessions. Now it's DeTurley to inbound cross court. 12 to shoot here for the Jumbos. DeTurley gets it back off the inbound, puts it on the floor, into the lane, and gets the layup to roll in. Couple of buckets for Jay DeTurley here in this second half. He's got 4, and the lead down to 12, and Brian Baptiste wants to talk things over. We'll take the timeout, 14-12 to go in the ball game. Dartmouth by 12 here on Little East TV. (67-55). Dartmouth by a dozen out of the timeout. They'll be in possession of the basketball with 14-12 remaining in the game. This is the first game for the visiting Tufts Jumbos in over 2 years, who made a Sweet 16 NCAA tournament run in the 2019-20 season before the COVID pandemic halted their season right in its tracks. Here they are against the Corsairs. Been given all they can handle and then some as Urquhart drops in the baby hook. Under 14 to go. Aronson working with Thorner up top, now cross court for DeTurley. Screen set by Gettings. DeTurley keeps possession. Trying to back down Ashworth. Cross court for Aronson. Loses Seablom. Baseline jumper. In and out. Rebound batted around. And Seablom comes away with it. Here come the Corsairs the other direction. Leahy to Azor. Ashworth, deep triple. Can't connect. And here comes DeTurley in a hurry. Underneath, Thorner, reverse is good. Great look from Jay DeTurley, picks up the assist. Been a scorer and facilitator in the second half for Tufts. 13 minutes remaining. Azor to Seablom. Around the screen from Azor. Floater rimmed out. Corsairs still lead it by 12. Tufts starting to gain some momentum offensively, however. Thorner to Aronson. Looking around, trying to get it to Gettings on the elbow. He does. Backing his way down onto the block. Right at Urquhart. Runner in the lane. Off the mark. Rebound to Turley fighting underneath. And can't get it to go. 12.5 to play. Here's Azor. Azor, head of steam. Into the lane. Can't spin it home. Urquhart's right there to clean up the mess. 71-57. A 14-point lead for the Corsairs. DeTurley underneath for two. A quick answer for Tufts. Seablom the other way. Three-pointer. Short with it. And the rebound loose for a moment, but taken up by the Jumbos. Here comes Aronson. Accelerates into the forecourt. Cross court. DeTurley. Triple. Can't hit it. Rebound goes to Seablom. Now the Corsairs will try and slow the pace a little bit. They lead it by 12. Zancan and Percy will get set to check in at the next dead ball. 71-59 our score. Ashworth looking around, finds Leahy up top. Azor cross court, picked up by Kuyumjian. 6 to shoot. Urquhart working against Gettings. And missed the layup off the glass. Here comes Thorner in transition. Thorner nearly had his pocket picked. Aronson up fakes the three, into the lane, up and under move, and misses. Here comes Ashworth in transition, coming up on 11 minutes to play in the game. And a whistle and a timeout taken by the Corsairs. With 11:09 to go in the game, Brian Baptiste wants to have a quick conversation with his guys. They lead it by a dozen here at home on Little East TV. UMass basketball out of the timeout. They lead it by a dozen. 71-59, 11 minutes to play. Zancan triple, short. Rebound collected by Martins, who's fresh off the bench. Azor up top, tried to shovel it back to the corner and misfired the pass. Here's DeTurley in transition. Layup, count it. Jay DeTurley with a strong second half. He's got 8. Did not start this game, but it's made an impact down the stretch off the bench. And now the Tufts bench getting into it. Zancan dribble handoff with Azor. Kicks it back out from Martins. 14 to shoot. Martins backtracks toward half court to reset. 10 on the shot clock. Martins working his way into the paint. Spins. Shot is short. Zancan tried to tip it back out, but right into the hands of Tufts and Cohen. Cohen gives it up for Brady. Brady guarded by Azor. Skip pass to DeTurley into the corner for Cohen. Drives baseline. Reverse is good. All of a sudden, it's down to single digits. 71-63. 10 minutes to play. Azor to Percy. Three-pointer. In and out. Rebound. Martins had it for a moment. Tries to rip it away, and a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with the Corsairs. feel the energy starting to rise down the stretch. This almost feels like a Sweet 16 bout. Under 10 minutes to play, 9:50 to go, an 8-point game. Corsairs lead at 71-63. And it'll be Santos who's up off the bench to inbound. Does so to Martins. Gets it right back off the inbound to Santos. Trying to skip it down low. Zancan can't finish the layup. And he'll pick up a foul afterwards. A rebound went to Bobby Stewart, the 6'8 freshman. Zancan a little bit frustrated after he couldn't finish the layup. And he picks up his second foul. It's been the Tufts depth that has gotten him back into this game. A lot of reserves in there right now, saving his starters down the stretch is Brandon Linton. Into the paint. Brennan Morris draws the contact. You can see the confidence starting to grow for Tufts. It'll be Brennan Morris at the charity stripe. He's got 3 points in the second half. All of them came on the first possession of half number 2. Was fouled on a three-point attempt, hit all 3 free throws, but misses this one. Jumbos took one on the chin in the first half, but Brendan Linton's squad hasn't wavered. Done a nice job battling their way back here in this second half. Still plenty of time to play, but both free throws don't find a home. 9 and change remaining. Corsairs still up by 8. They could use a bucket. Santos hands it off to Seablom. Up top for Martins. Thought about a 3. Puts it on the deck. Gives it over to Percy on the near side wing. Spinning his way onto the block. And a tight defense here by Tufts on this possession. Pass nearly thrown away. Percy gets it back off the deflection. 3 to shoot. Got to put it up. Off the glass. Spins it home. Tough shot for Isaac Percy as the shot clock was winding down. And the Corsairs back up by double digits. Deturley into the paint, nearly lost the dribble, gives it up, corner 3, Morris can't hit, long rebound taken up by Santos. Crowd trying to cheer on the hometown Corsairs. Zancan hits the 3. Tufts the other way. Oh, a tough move by Cohen. He hung in the air and flipped it off the glass for 2. A good response by the Jumbos. And Cohen nearly came up with a steal on the other end. It'll stay with Dartmouth. What a sequence. With 8 minutes and 7 seconds remaining, these two teams really battling it out. Tufts put himself in a tough spot, if you will, earlier on in this game. Seablom to inbound just in front of his own bench. Martins to Zancan. Martins with 20 to shoot. Around the Zancan screen. Fall away at the elbow. And can't hit the shot. Too strong off the side iron. Here comes Aronson the other way for Tufts. And a foul. I believe might go against Santos. Yes, it will. Santos will pick up his first. Lead stands at 11 currently for the Corsairs. Tufts cut it down to an 8-point game earlier this half. Here's Cohen for 3 off the side of the backboard, and the rebound goes to Seablom. Here come the Corsairs with numbers in transition. Martins, Zancan, thought about a 3, up fakes, into the lane, and draws the foul. Thorner will pick up his second personal, and that'll send Zancan to the line. Corsairs had led by as many as 20 at one point in this game. That was their largest lead of the night. It was trimmed down to 8 off of a 9-4 run by Tufts earlier this half. Zancan hits the first free throw to extend it to 12, trying to make it a baker's dozen with this next one. .point game. 78-65. 7.5 minutes to play. Cohen to Morris, now into the hands of Thorner. Back up top for Cohen. A little two-man game up top. Morris, tightly guarded by Percy. Good defense on this possession. Underneath, though, for Gettings, who slips free for two. Gettings had 5 in the first half and gets his name into the box score for the first time in the second. Down to an 11-point game. Santos back to Zancan. A handoff to Percy with 15 on the shot clock. Percy, step back three. Off the back of the iron, rebound to Thorner. Under 7 minutes to play. Tufts has got to go quickly here. Morris underneath. Gettings backing down against Zancan. Strong move in the paint, comes up short on the shot. A whistle and a timeout will be taken here by the Corsairs. 78-67. UMass Dartmouth nursing an 11-point lead with 6:37 remaining from the Tripp Athletic Center on Little East TV. An 11-point game from the Tripp Athletic Center out of the timeout. 6.5 minutes to go in the game. The Corsairs enter tonight's contest a perfect 4-0. 3 blowout wins and then a come-from-behind win against MIT. That was arguably their most impressive performance. And you could make a case, a strong one for tonight as well. Zancan gets it off the inbound. Ashworth around the screen, all the way to the cup, misses the layup. Zancan battling for the board, gets it back, out to Santos. Three-pointer comes up short. Ashworth keeps the possession alive. Santos will try again, and hit! I beg your pardon, that was John Martins. But the 3 points count all the same. Cohen picks up the foul call. A tough shot at the free throw line. Fell down after the jumper, and the official with a late whistle. John Martins will pick up the foul, his second personal. Carson Cohen with 4 second-half points will step to the line for a couple of big free throws for your Tufts. Try and get back into this game, trailing it by 14, and misses the first free throw. Tufts wasn't the strongest free throw shooting club in 2019-20, just 64.5% as a team. They're 8 of 15 at the line tonight and make it 8 of 16. Another empty trip for the Jumbos. Azor with under 6 minutes to play. He's really taken charge offensively tonight, the game's leading scorer. Azor backtracks his way onto the outside wing. Isolation dribble into the paint. Back out for Percy. 9 to shoot. Percy into the lane. Stops. Flip shot off the mark. Saves the possession. Right to Azor. Heck of an effort. Ashworth can't hit the three. Martins tips the rebound. Urquhart couldn't finish the play though. That would have been a huge bucket for the Corsairs. Not only on the scoreboard, but momentum-wise, as Azor thought he had the steal. And a foul's going to go against Ashworth on the reach. That'll be his first personal. And Ashworth incensed at the call. A 14-point game with 5:18 to go. 81-67, the Corsairs in front here at home. And a free throw misses. Out of bounds to the Corsairs. Brennan Morris that time missing the free throw. And the Jumbos now shooting under 50% at the line tonight. 8 of 17. And you think if you hit 5 of those 9 misses, you're right in this game. Not the case. Azor into traffic. Kicks it back out to Martins. Under 5 minutes to go. Corsairs will try and take some time off the clock. Ashworth, head of steam, loses the handle, out of bounds. It'll stay right here. Seablom will check back in for Martins. Ashworth to inbound. Lob for Seablom. Gets it over to Percy, fires away, and gets the roll! Isaac Percy with a lucky bounce. And the lead out to 17. Corner underneath for Gettings. Shot partially blocked. 4.5 to play. Into the hands of Azor. What a night it's been for him. As well as the Corsairs. Loses a defender. And draws the foul. It'll go against Gettings. A nifty move from Azor as he shifted his way into the paint. And Gettings will pick up the foul. And a timeout taken by Tufts before the Azor upcoming free throws. A stunner unfolding here from the Tripp Athletics Center. Corsairs by 17 on Little East TV. Out of the timeout, a 17-point game with 4 minutes and change to play. Marcuz Azor will be at the free throw line. Chance for points 21 and 22. Connects on the first, up to 21 points on the night, and some news to report to you. A triple-double in tonight's contest for Marcuz Azor. 21 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. And quickly closing in on that 1,000-point club. Now 75 points shy and a chance to crawl even closer down the stretch. 19-point game. Aronson shot way off. And the rebound collected by Dartmouth. Here comes Azor charging over half court, and a foul will go against Thorne. No, they're going to charge it to Jay Deturley, who was also in the mix. And Azor will be back at the line. free throw rims out. Under 4 minutes to play, 19-point game. Here's Aronson in a hurry. Gettings nearly had it knocked away, and the pass almost intercepted. Tight defense for Ashworth on this possession. Deturley way off on the three-pointer. Saved by Gettings to Thorner on the sideline. 3.5 to go. Thorner into the paint. Shot off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped up by Gettings and taken by Percy. Good fight by the Corsairs defensively. Lead pass for Urquhart in the slam. A monster finish for the Corsairs in transition. Brady missed the layup. A 21-point game as Azor was looking ahead for Percy again. Ashworth nearly came away with it. And a foul as ball's flying over the court here with 3 minutes to go, and Ashworth will pick up a foul. Ashworth's second foul will put Jay Deturley back at the line. 88-67. A 21-point game, and Brian Baptiste has got to be feeling really, really good with how his team has performed here. And Urquhart comes up with the miss. Corsairs with numbers the other way, and Azor will peel it back. Ashworth, three, short, long rebound collected by Morris. Morris up ahead, Gettings, lost the handle, but it finds Thorner in the corner, who fires away for three, air ball. Gettings trying to rip it away, and a jump ball will be the call, I believe, unless there's a foul underneath. It'll be jump ball, jumbo possession off the arrow. With 2:42 remaining, and this will go into the books likely as a victory for Dartmouth. Aronson off the inbound, into the paint. Drop off for Gettings, pretty pass. And Gettings gets two. Backcourt press here for Tufts as Azor takes it over half. Guarded by Deturley, and now Azor will retreat. Corsairs trying to improve to a perfect 5-0 to begin their 2021-22 season. They had an impressive win over MIT their last time out. They trailed by as many as 16 in that game, forced overtime, trailed by 6 in overtime, and came back and won it. Tonight, they've given the number 11 team in the country all they can handle, and this pass is out of bounds. On their turnover, the Corsairs get it back. And not only have they given Tufts a mouthful tonight, they've throttled them. Led by as many as 20. The closest Tufts would be able to get here in this second half was 8 points. And now the starters will begin to sub out. Under 2 minutes to play. Azor over half court, and a foul will go against Deturley. And there you can hear the crowd here at UMass Dartmouth voicing their opinion. Jumbos came in a relatively tough spot, not having played a game in almost 2 years. They returned 13 players, including 4 starters. They have 10 upperclassmen on the roster. Rough start to the season for Tufts, but no doubt they'll be just fine. Very talented squad under Brandon Linton, as Azor connects on both. 13 second half points for Azor as the game's leading scorer. Underneath, blocked from behind by Seablom. And this is the largest lead of the night, 21 points for the Corsairs. A minute and a half to go. And it's safe to say that not many people saw this outcome coming. And the way this game has unfolded, it has been a complete performance by the Corsairs tonight. Azor, jumper, back rim. Crowd wanted another one. It's been a vintage performance for Azor tonight. Tufts working the ball around. Pass tipped out of bounds off of Urquhart. It'll stay here with a minute to play. 21-point game underneath. Stewart gives it to the corner. Shot's blocked out of bounds. Kai Champion, one of the freshmen on this Tufts squad, checking into the game for the first time, had his shot sent away. A rude greeting. And in comes William Larson. Mike Urquhart and Jackson Zancan will get a hand as they check out, and Isaac Percy will head to the bench as his night will conclude as well. It's Hurley to inbound. And a whistle off of the inbound. Brian Taylor will pick up the foul, another one of the freshmen into the game. Brian Baptiste emptying the bench out, and Corsairs will begin to celebrate. 48 and a half seconds to go in the game as the struggles at the line continue for Tufts. Jake Ashworth will check out. Santos is in, and out goes Azor. And he'll get a hand from the crowd. He'll finish with a triple-double, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, a block and a steal, just for good measure. And the Corsairs will be able to dribble this one out. A 20-point game. And Santos just toying with the freshman here. Gives it up, jump shot, it's good. Brian Taylor with his first points. A half minute to play. And a foul will go against Brian Taylor here right after his first bucket. And the crowd again angling their opinion toward the Tufts bench. Theo Henry will shoot a couple. Well, the road ahead for Tufts, not an easy one. They'll play a bundle of their games on the road this season away from home, but they were so good last year, 14-1 in 2019-20 in the confines of their own gym, 8-4 away from there, but they'll play 15 of their 24 games this season on the road. And they'll continue an early season road trip at Suffolk in just a couple of days. As for the Corsairs, they'll roll into their next couple of games. They won't be back here until 2022. They'll be on the road for the next 6. So they can walk into those gyms with their heads held high as they pick up the win and improve to 5-0 over the number 11 ranked Tufts Jumbos. The final score, 92-71, a wire-to-wire performance for Brian Baptiste's squad. And what a night it has been here from the Tripp Athletics Center. A heck of a win for the hometown Corsairs. They win it by 21. For the entire crew here at UMass Dartmouth Athletics, my name is Brendan Howe saying so long and thank you for watching Corsair Basketball on Little East TV.